Hey guys, join us for the next 20 minutes when Paul and I discuss Paul's thoughts on Amazon stock, why it's high, why it's low, is it a good buy, is it a bad buy, and where the company should be valued in comparison to some other ones, right here on the One From Us podcast. Do it. Amongst some other ones that you're not big fans of, we've talked about Amazon over and over and over.
A colossal failure.
Yeah, if you recall, I owned, I bought Amazon when it was so low, and I ended up selling Amazon around 1,700 last fall, because it had basically taken over my portfolio. And
oh yeah.
It had become more than 40% of my overall retirement savings. So I sold off maybe about 120K of Amazon. And so we've debated back and forth how it's overpriced, and then this all happened. So what is your current opinion on the Amazon stock? Obviously, it's going up because we're all using it at the moment.
Correct.
So give me your thoughts on where it's gone, where it's going, and the financials. Go ahead.
So you got to remember, I was totally wrong on Amazon. I shorted it starting at 280, and I finally got it at like 950. I took a huge loss on it. Do I think it's worth 2,400? No. Do I think it's worth 1,000? No. I think it's worth around 300 to 500 right now, after growing how much since 2014 when I shorted it. So I'm going to pull up the screen if you don't mind, Seth.
Yeah, but talk about your short. Talk about what you mean there? What did you do, and
I basically bet on it falling, and I was wrong. So in the last 5 years, it's even before, like 2014, August 2014, this is what's happened. The stock has just gone completely up. Now, the company, since 2014, has gone from $90 billion in revenue to $280 billion. It's gone from a loss of $240 million to a profit of $11 billion. It's making money hand over fist now. Funny thing is, because of AWS is the big reason. Their Amazon Web Services, their cloud computing. If you saw yesterday, Microsoft announced big earnings because of their cloud computing. They made huge money on it. So
Amazon makes a ton of money on cloud computing. What are you even talking about?
Like cloud-based computing stuff, putting things on servers and all that crap.
Okay.
So they made $11.6 billion last year. The company is currently selling for $1.2 trillion. So basically 105 times profit. Okay, 1.2 trillion. Let's look at a company like Microsoft.
Okay.
They're selling at 1.3 trillion. And last year, they made $40 billion.
How much did Amazon make? 12?
11.5. So call it 12.
$40 billion.
So I'm looking at that going, what? How? And a big chunk of they don't do very well on the retail side. And that's the reason their stock is so high up. Amazon's stock is so high up because people are buying like crazy online. So everybody's like, oh, it's huge, it's awesome, it's amazing. Has it done well recently because of this pandemic? Yes. Do I think it'll still come to reality? Yes. Will I be a buyer of Amazon someday? Absolutely. They're doing a great job of becoming everyone's go-to. I buy from Amazon every freaking week.
Yeah.
Like Lisa and I have this like budget item of like Amazon because we do it. Everything we need, I just go to Amazon. I just don't even care. The only thing that sucked is during this pandemic, like Amazon Prime was like, yeah, we'll get it to you in 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's Amazon Prime. Like, what? You can buy a freaking dishwasher on Amazon. I mean, all these things you can buy. Great company, bad stock. If you want to buy a company that's selling for 100 times earnings, please buy my company selling for 100 times earnings. Please come on over. We have more growth potential than Amazon. Amazon, I mean, look at this. Revenue is $280 billion. Look at Walmart. Walmart's revenue is $530 billion. I mean, Amazon's going to be there. All it can do is double, and it'll be bigger than Walmart. The biggest revenue company in the world is Walmart or GM or something. So they're very close there. We have much more potential of growth. Talking about the Tesla thing earlier, I have a high growth company, make me worth 100 times profit. I will gladly sell my business for 100 times profit. Don't even question 100 sold in 2 seconds, 100 times profit.
Go back to Microsoft, because I thought that's a one-to-one comparison in terms of, their market cap versus what is theirs. So this just boggles my mind. I don't understand how they have the same market. Yeah. Microsoft makes quadruple the amount of profit.
Almost.
Income or profit?
Profit. Revenue-wise, Microsoft has less revenue, has half the revenue of Amazon. So look at their margins. Microsoft's gross margin, means every dollar they sell extra, they make 66% of that. Bottom line, 31.5%. Bottom line profit after taxes. Look at Amazon. 24% for every dollar they sell. Bottom line, 3.7%. Would you rather invest in a company that has higher gross margin and higher bottom line profit? I mean, this is ridiculous, guys.
So, but here's what I don't get, Paul. If you look on a social media feed, you look on MSNBC, Amazon just takes over. Their stock price is just, I don't even know what the hell Microsoft makes. I mean, how does Microsoft make $40 billion a year? What are they even doing? I don't even know. Besides Microsoft Word.
Software is huge. Their computing systems, their cloud computing is huge. Xbox, huge. I mean, all these things, it's just like, that's the point though. Amazon's winning the voting game right now. Microsoft's still expensive, by the way. But I always give the example of Microsoft. I almost wrote this on LinkedIn the other day. Microsoft is still overpriced, but I bought Microsoft at $21 a share, $22 a share, and sold at $55, thinking it was getting expensive. Now look at it.
Yeah.
And everybody told me Microsoft was dead at 21, 22. It's a dead company. It sucks. Oh, but guess what? It had revenue growth every single year. I bought it right here in 2011. And look at its revenue growth. Just keep consistently going up. One little blip here keeps consistently going up. It's actually double from 2010 in revenue. And the profit is over double. I like those companies. Boring companies everybody hates that just keep generating more and more income and more and more revenue, more and more profit. And I look at that going, it's 30 times profit with a ton of profit versus 105 times profit. So somebody might sit there and say, yeah, but Amazon's growing. How much bigger can it get? It already has $280 billion a year in revenue. What is the highest revenue company out there right now? Let's look. Right now in the S&P. Let's go. So what I can do here is I can go in here and pick all the companies I want involved. Let's go to the Russell. Is there Wilshire in here? The Russell 3000. Russell 3000. Submit. Add filter. Market cap. Oh, no, sorry. Revenue. We want to do revenue. Annual revenue. Submit. Walmart. The highest revenue company is Walmart. There's Amazon number 3. So what's Amazon's growth potential? Let's say they do quadruple the revenue they do today. That's $1 trillion. Quadruple. That's not hard. I mean, that's hard to do when you're $280 billion already. That's why Walmart has a hard time growing. How do you grow such huge levels? Can they do it? Of course they can do it. Amazon can do it, but how much they have to grow by, even if their profit goes up 6 times more, that's what they need basically. Their profit needs to go up 6 times more to justify today's value.
Where's Microsoft?
So how big they are. Microsoft is right down here.
So Microsoft versus Amazon. It's about $100. What is it? $100 billion.
$150 billion difference in revenue, but $200 billion in market cap. Microsoft is worth more, but they make a lot more money. Add filter, net income.
I guess the dummy in me just keeps saying, how can Amazon be 2,400 and Microsoft be 177?
Well, you don't look at the stock price. I always look at the market cap and enterprise value. Stock price is because look at Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway stock price is $284,000. That's Warren Buffett's company. I mean, you can't sit there and compare. He just has a lot less shares outstanding.
Yeah.
And their market cap is 1/3 of Microsoft. So their company is $460 billion. Microsoft's $1.3 trillion. But their stock price is $284,000. Microsoft's $177. So 1,500 times more. It's just, you can't look at that. Everybody looks at stock price. I remember in high school, our math teacher, Trig, he said, he wished he owned Nike but it was too expensive. And I was like, but that's the stock price. What about if it's more behind it? He didn't understand that concept. Like most people don't. Just the way it is, man.
I know not to just look at the numbers. I just can't justify in my mind why the numbers are so drastically different when one company makes so much more. I don't understand.
It's all perception.
So
what am I doing?
Amazon's inflated value right now is just all perception?
Yeah, it's all people just saying, look how sexy it is, look how awesome it is. It's just like everybody said about Microsoft in 2000, and by 2008 and 9, 10, it was a dead company. Even though that's the thing. Look at it this way. That's the interesting part. Look at Microsoft. In 2000, everybody said it was untouchable. In 2000, everybody said this company is the best company ever. It did $23 billion in revenue. It did $9.4 billion in profit. And it was literally considered untouchable, right? In 2011, when I bought it, everybody said it was dead. It did $70 billion in revenue, $23 billion in profit. It was 3 times larger in revenue, 2.5 times larger in profit. And people said it was dead compared to 11 years before. Do you follow what I'm saying here? That's what I'm talking about, the big differences in euphoria. I was literally told the company was dead. Somebody told me I was stupid for buying Microsoft, even though that same person was talking about how that company was incredible and untouchable in 2000 when it was making less revenue and less profit. Figure that one out.
Where do you go where does Amazon go from here?
I don't know. I think it's going to go down from here, but when, I don't know.
And what price?
Look at Amazon's.
What price are you liking Amazon?
That's a good question. Thanks, LL. Let's see here. I think my number of $500 a share is off the cuff about where I'd want to buy it at.
500 a share?
Yeah, maybe a little bit less.
So I guess I just had an epiphany, like
epiphanize for me. Epiphanize. Is that a word? Probably not.
Well,
swung it.
Why? At what point do you take advantage? Again, we just talked about Tesla. At what point do you take advantage of this fandom to make some money? You're saying that's not investing. That's
trading. And by the way, I'm learning how to trade right now. I have a guy who's teaching me how to trade.
Because if you're always following your formula of only investing in companies, I get that.
What do you think my formula is?
Well,
tell me that. That's it.
As I was saying that sentence, I guess I told myself it's the safe way to make a good return on your money without a lot of risk, right? Is that where I'm going?
By the way, you know what the funny part is? Guys who do it my way do better over the long haul than the guys who do the trading. That's the funny part. So to me, it's less risk and more reward.
It's just not as fun to talk about at parties with, right?
And you're looked at as stupid pretty much all the time. When stocks are high flying, you're not buying, you're stupid. When stocks are down a lot and you're buying, you're stupid. So you have to basically be told you're stupid all the time.
Yeah.
People tell Warren Buffett he's wrong. People have said that. In 2000, people said he's past his prime. In 2007, he's past his prime. Recently, past his prime. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's your take on Amazon. So how high will it go?
No clue.
Seems like we're going to be stuck in our houses for a little bit longer, and even when they open things up, we're still going to be here.
How high will it go? No clue. How low will it go? No clue. All I know is there'll be a point where I go, I want to own it.
But not now. You love Microsoft, though.
Not right now, at this price.
Too high.
Too high.
Everything's too high to buy.
It's really hard to find good value right now.
Yeah, even with all the drop.
Even with all the drop. It's really hard to find good value. Even Walmart's selling too high.
Yeah. All right, guys, subscribe below. Thanks for joining us and learn from us. Follow in, keep up with us. We'll keep talking, and you'll keep hearing Paul's stance on this. See you guys.
Early, bro.